What is going on, guys? It's Justin from J Media back with another video. So if you guys have been watching the past few videos, you would know that I'm here at the family house for 2 weeks. And what that means is I get to see two cars that I haven't seen for a while. My turbo Mitsubishi Lancer built, as well as my Honda Civic Si. So the past few days I've been driving my Civic Si as my daily driver. As you guys know, I used to daily drive this car, and it's been a while since I've driven it, so I was like, you know what, might as well give it some love, drive the car. But for today, I'll be driving another car as my car to work, and I'll be driving the Mitsubishi Lancer Ralliart, and that is my current daily driver. My Civic Si used to be my daily driver before I got the Ralliart, so I'm gonna do a back-to-back comparison of daily driving this car and give you guys a little bit insight on what it is like to drive the Honda Civic Si versus the Mitsubishi Lancer Ralliart. Okay, so we're out here, the Civic Si as well as the Lancer Ralliart side by side. Like I said, we'll take the Ralliart to work today. And here's a shot of both cars together. Like I said, the Ralliart is the daily now, so it is a little bit colder today. We'll take her to work, some boost weather. And like I said, it's in the 40s, so pretty cold. Let's go ahead and give it a nice cold start. And here's how the Ralliart starts on cold start. I think it sounds pretty good. Not too loud. I think just nice. And fun fact about both cars, the Civic Si and the Ralliart, both of them are actually catless. So what that means is both cars are supposed to be pretty loud, but I think for a catless car, it's not too bad. Like I said, the old daily driver, the new daily driver. So yeah, let's hop in, drive it to work, do a little comparison. First things first, it is colder than I thought. 39° Fahrenheit. Pretty cold. Let's go ahead and turn on the defroster real quick while I talk, because I don't want to be driving with my windshield all, you know, foggy. But yeah, let's talk about both cars, the differences between both of them, and then let's drive it. So yeah, yesterday and the past 3 days, I would say I've driven the Civic Si as my daily driver. First impressions, going back to it, the car is a lot slower. Sure, horsepower numbers, torque numbers, that Civic Si is slower. Not gonna lie, before I got the Ralliart, I think the Civic Si made a great daily driver. Don't get me wrong, any Honda Civic still makes a great daily driver. I say a few things about my specific FG2 Civic Si. One, because it is Civic Si, it only comes in manual transmission, 6-speed manual. Pros and cons, it's fun to roll through the gears, but if you're driving through traffic, stop and go traffic, it can get pretty annoying. So yeah, that's one con. I think the biggest con, well, not really a huge con, but is that in terms of power, on the Civic Si you don't get much power until you rev it up and hit VTEC. So what that means is you really have to drive high out with the RPM if you want to, you know, get some oomph to it and go. Otherwise, just around town, if you just shift 3,000 to 4,000 RPM, it feels like a normal Honda Civic. You know, not fast, not torquey. That's typical Hondas. So there you have it on the Civic Si. Another con I would say is also that it being a two-door car, it does have back seats, but not that much space. Not a whole lot of trunk space either. So limited seats, limited trunk space. But I would say for a fun car, or if you're the only one driving it, it's not bad at all. Like I said, it makes good amount of power. For my Si with the full bolt-ons and the tune, makes roughly about 230 to 250 horsepower. I'm not sure what the torque numbers are, but like I said, with Hondas you don't get power and torque until you really rev it up and hit VTEC. Alright, so it might sound like I'm hating on the Civic Si, but I'm really not. Those were the 3 biggest cons for me. Let's talk about some pros, some advantages to that car. So one advantage to driving it is I have gotten quite a few thumbs up, you know, whenever I used to daily drive it. Reason being, not too many people modify this platform. Sure, the 8th gen Honda Civics are very popular, especially the FA5s, the 4-door Civic Si, but with the 2 doors, the FG2s, they kind of look a little bubbly in shape. Nobody really likes to modify them or own them. And they get mistaken for a Honda Civic EX coupe quite a lot. So yeah, I would say when people see it, they're like, oh, you can actually modify an FG2 and look pretty good. So I would say my FG2 in particular, with the mods done to it, it kind of stands out. Let's see what else. Oh, and with those stock SI seats that I have in there, they are pretty comfy. So comfort is another plus when you're daily driving a car. So it does have that comfy factor with the nice stock seats. And let's see, besides that, it is also, well, I was gonna say good on gas. Since it is the SI model, it does take premium gas. As long as you kind of granny shift into it 3,000-4,000 RPM, you don't like rev it up with VTEC all day long, I think it's pretty good on gas. But you know, it is a miles per gallon car. All my cars really are miles per gallon. They only take premium, they're expensive. You can't pump regular in them. So yeah, there we have it. 3 pros and 3 cons of the Civic Si. It's pretty cool, so I'm just gonna let my Ralliart warm up for a little bit longer. But let's talk about this car and daily driving it. So if you guys know, I have owned this Ralliart now for a couple months, almost 6 months I would say, since like August or so last year. And I didn't expect to buy it, but it was a pretty good purchase for a couple reasons. So let's talk about the pros, the 3 pros and then the 3 cons as well. So one, the wagon, the Ralliart wagon especially, a lot of space. You have your hatch, you can pop it, you can drop the back seats, you got plenty of storage space. So that's one of the big factors that I bought this car, just because I don't have a truck, I don't have an SUV. So if I need to pick up car parts, say a front bumper or wheels for example, bunch of space back there. You can also have 4 seats, 4 drivers, 5 passengers, 4 people in the car. So it's like a lot of storage space and, you know, room space for people to seat. So that's one con. One pro, sorry. It makes fun power. So this car, it was dyno tuned. So to the wheel, it makes about 300 in wheel horsepower and 310 torque. So it is definitely pretty fast and torquey. Sure, not the fastest thing in the world, but I think for a daily driver, that's plenty of fun. Especially, like I said, you get that torque down low once that turbo kicks in. So yeah, for right around like 3,000 RPM or so is when 3,000 to 3,500 RPM when the turbo kicks in, you get that fun. You get that torque. So torque down low, it's pretty nice, especially when you're in a daily driver. Also, this car does have snow as well as gravel mode. Not that I use it a whole bunch here in Texas, but if, knock on wood, there's ever snow, or even if I, you know, go on gravel roads, we do have that gravel and snow mode, which is pretty fun. Okay, let's see, cons to it. Not too many cons. Well, so some guys might think this is not a con, but this car does have bright Lomax seats, and what that means is it is super bucket. Whenever I come in and out of the car, it is pretty hard. I have to kind of like angle myself, and I guess because it hugs you pretty tight. So sure, on the track it's very nice, but daily driving in and out of it can be a pain. Especially when I first got it, I was used to having bucket seats in it. So there you have it. I've had a few bucket seats actually in my Mitsubishi Lancer show build, the S2000 as well as the Ralliart. We have bucket seats, so it's not like I'm not used to it. But the other bucket seats I have are more comfortable. This one pretty stiff, more race car is what it feels like. Let's see what else. I don't really think it's a big con, but people told me that the car is pretty loud. I mean, I'm used to having exhaust on all my cars, so I think it's okay. I think exhaust note sounds pretty good, especially when the turbo kicks in. You know, you hear a little bit of blow valve, you know, stuff like that. I think it sounds great. Besides that, I think I'm pretty happy with the car, honestly. not too much problems, super low mileage. If you guys didn't know, I got the car with roughly around 28 or 29,000 original miles. Now has 31,000 miles, so really low miles. Yeah, everything works good. And I also did upgrade the radio a few months back. I had a video on this if you guys are interested on how to do it. But pretty much with this now, I have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. I can plug in the wire. I have Bluetooth, I have Google Maps with my Android Auto, so really handy. Definitely updates the interior quite a bit. Alright, so enough talking, let's start driving, let's head to work. Hopefully get some nice sound clips for you guys of me doing a couple pulls here and there. Alright, let's do a little pull here. Alright, just made it here to the office. Let's go ahead and step out, show you guys a little walk around. Like I said, love this car, especially now that it's cold. Boost weather is perfect. Looks pretty mean. And we also did switch out those LED headlights. Those were previously on my Mitsubishi Lancer show build. So yeah, let's go ahead and get our day started. Here's a little sneak peek of how much room there is. So, like I said, you got plenty of space here in the back seats for passengers. And if you have cargo, you can even fold those back seats down and it goes all the way over there to the front seats. So definitely a lot of room for stuff.
Many hours later.
Alright, just got off work and we are back in the garage with the Ralliart. So right now I'm about to head home. Honestly, past few days been driving the SI, haven't drove the Ralliart. Definitely do miss this thing. So let's go ahead and give it a nice cold start. Gonna let the car warm up for a few minutes. Always want to make sure it's nice and warm before I drive it. Hopefully there'll be some nice clear roads so we can do more pulls for you guys. It's just whenever I go home or head to work, there's quite a bit of traffic. So yeah, hopefully you'll be able to, you know, spool up the turbo, do a couple pulls. It is a little bit warmer in the afternoon now. It shows 65 degrees Fahrenheit, so much nicer weather than earlier this morning in the high 30s. So let's go and head home, and yeah, pretty excited. Alright, gonna do a little pull for you guys here. Dang, that pulled pretty fast, pretty good. Wasn't really ready for that. So we're about to hit on the frontage road, the highway pretty soon. So that means hopefully space for another pull. All right, third gear. So even downshifts are pretty nice and crisp. Final pull. Alright, just made it back home. And right now I'm gonna go ahead and shift the Civic Si as well, with the Ralliart over here sitting on the side of the road. Go ahead and lock it up. I'm gonna move the Civic Si on the side of the road, and you guys will know why in the next video. But little sneak preview, I think it's time to take the Mitsubishi Lancer show build to work tomorrow, so we'll do that in the next video. For now, just want to move these cars out of the way, so when I move my Lancer tomorrow, no issues. All right, gonna go ahead and start up the Civic Si. Go start. just move the Civic Si right here. Like I said, just parking on the street. We have the Ralliart right behind me. Let's go ahead and do a little side-by-side side profile comparison of both cars. Civic Si versus Ralliart. Alright. So, I have both my cars here. I didn't want to hit my own car. Lock it up. What do you guys think? Civic Si or Ralliart? Which makes a better daily in your opinion? And both cars look nice and clean after I washed them down yesterday. Little walk around of the Civic Si. And here's the Mitsubishi Lancer Ralliart. So tomorrow when I take my Lancer, before I park it back, what I'll probably do is I'll probably leave it right there, parallel park, just so we have 3 out of 4 cars parallel park on the side of the street. We just don't have the S2000 here, otherwise I'll just put them all in a row. So yeah, I hope you guys liked that little comparison video between the Civic Si and the Ralliart. Like I said, if you guys are excited for this video, make sure to stay tuned. Very next video we'll be having is of the Mitsubishi Lancer turbo build, taking this car to work. And again, if you guys stayed to the end, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Leave it in the comment section below. Do you think the Civic Si makes a better daily driver or the Mitsubishi Lancer Ralliart? I personally might be a little bit biased, but I think the Ralliart makes a better daily. One, because more space, plus more power, more practicality out of it. But again, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.